next bout. This is the first pro fight, 6-round super middleweight. And for the announcement, we go to Mike Williams.
From tonight, salute to America's heroes. From Marine Corps Air Station New River, we now go to our co-feature of the evening. Brought to you by Goose and Tudor Promotions. We're now set for 6 rounds of action in the super middleweight division. Your referee for this contest will be Bill Clancy. And now, introducing first the fighter out of the red corner. He wears the white and red. At 116.5 pounds, he brings a professional record of 12 victories against 3 defeats with 1 draw. 6 victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Oakland, California, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tony Hirsch.
Tony Hirsch, go get him, Hirsch. That's his nickname. He's a 3-year pro. He's 23 years of age. He has an awkward style, and he's the smaller one in this combat.
See, that's the key. The last thing you just said. And I think that might really be his downfall. I think he might be too small. He's been as low as 152 pounds. 10 of his 16 fights, Claudia, at junior middleweight, while Estrada has fought all his fights from 163 to 167 pounds, super middleweight limit. So, you know what? This might be a case of a tank running over a civilian car.
To the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white and gold, weighing in at 163.25 pounds. The 2008 U.S. Olympian as a professional stands undefeated and perfect with 9 victories, no defeats, all 9 victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of East Los Angeles, California, presenting Shawn Mano de Oro Estrada.
Manos de Oro, that means golden hands, Teddy.
Thank God I have you here to translate it. I was wondering what that means, and you know what? What I think it means is physicality, because to me that's what he is. He's a physical fighter, and he tries to impose his physicality on you. 9-0, Mr. Estrada, 9 knockouts, 8 knockouts in the first round. So the first question, Claudia, is it power? Well, I don't know if it's pure power. I don't think it's pure power. I think what it is he's been in there with a lot of soft opponents, and he's physically more of a force than he is a one-punch guy. But that physicality tonight is going to be seen early on, and we're going to find out if Hirsch can handle it early on.
Exactly. Let's remember that the last 3 fights that Shawn Estrada has had, they finished at 58 seconds max.
Again, a lot of that is the opponents he's been fighting. There's a little bit of a step up. To be fair to Estrada, he's stepping up a little bit tonight, but he's stepping up also where he has the advantage of being the bigger guy.
We also have to take into consideration the fact that he's coming from a surgery from his right hand, and though he's won the last 3 fights after his comeback, that could be an issue, especially facing an opponent of a higher level.
And once again, with Hirsch, a little bit of a step up. He lost a decision to Demetrius Andrade, an undefeated Olympian, just like Estrada. The only difference, Andre, a lot smaller and a lot less physical than Estrada, and a lot less aggressive than Estrada. This is what you're going to see. You know, you get a lot of one-round knockouts like Estrada has, and there's 8 of them on his record. Part of it is maybe weak opponents, but part of it is talent, and also part of it is Estrada comes out of that gate looking to get you.
Oh yeah, he comes out swinging, and this is definitely not the exception.
Look, he can be a little crude and a little rude, Mr. Estrada, every once in a while. Comes out there a little wide, and I think it's up to Hirsch to try to plant a straight right hand inside one of those wide hooks. Maybe gain the respect of Estrada early on, and that's exactly what I think Claudia Hirsch is trying to do. You see that a minute ago?
Yes.
He just missed with that straight right hand, Hirsch. And that's what I'd be looking to do. I'd be looking to not just use the jab, because you know what, Estrada being bigger, he's probably going to eat that jab up. He's going to walk right through it. If I'm Hirsch, I'm setting my feet like he's doing right now and looking for that right hand when I get a chance. Nice and straight, right down the pipe.
And one of the things that Shawn also brings is the fact that he has been a super middleweight consistently, whereas Hirsch had to step up in weight, and that would slow him down.
Yeah, exactly. May lose a little bit of that speed advantage, putting on a little bit of weight. That's why when you see some of these guys stepping up in weight, you know, Michael Spinks years ago stepped up to fight Holyfield. They got a strength coach. They stepped up. When you see a lot of them, they don't want to put on too much bulk. You know, Bernard Hopkins, he stepped up. They want to keep the advantage that they have, and I believe in that, where you don't want to become the bigger guy because guess what? You weren't born the bigger guy. You're not going to become the bigger guy. Keep the advantage you have, the smaller man. Keep that speed. Don't give up that advantage. And Hirsch is going to need that advantage. Be a little faster on the outside, and again, look for a straight punch inside a wide one.
Oh, there you go. That's manos de oro right there. Golden hands.
I'll tell you what that was right there. That was Estrada with his pressure, getting Hirsch to step back, and then stepping with him with a big left hook and catching him as he stepped back. Boxing 101. You step back, you better step back with your hands up, especially when you got a guy like Estrada chasing you.
The clear aggressor in this fight is Shawn Estrada, and though his opponents perhaps were not of their caliber, of Hirsch's caliber, he's definitely not slowing down.
Look, Hirsch has been knocked out before, and he's in danger of being knocked out again. If I'm Estrada in the corner now, Estrada's corner, a little late punch there, referee let it go. If I'm in the corner, I'm telling Estrada, take a deep breath, calm down a little bit. I know you got a bunch of Marines want to see a knockout. You want to get the knockout? Go to the body a little bit.
You're going to overhand the right hand. Come on. Hey, give me jabs, and pick him up when he goes down.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Hey, you're throwing behind the head when you're going back up, okay? You're fine. All right? Hey, be calm.
Let's take a look at the knockdown. Again, pressure. What does pressure do? Well, it doesn't only bust pipes. It makes guys pull back. Estrada step with him. Caught him a clean left hook. Watch again. Hirsch steps back with his hands down. That's a no-no, by the way. And Estrada, very simply, steps with him, fills the hole.
And though Estrada's style is not orthodox, he's kind of a wild man in the ring. But it's working for him.
Well, so far, so good. And his people are picking the right opponents. And look, he knows what I'm about to say. If he's going to step up that boxing ladder with better opposition later on, he's going to have to calm down. He's going to have to tighten up some of those punches, use the jab a little bit more. He's not going to get it done with the better fighters all the time with just roughhouse tactics and just physical strength. He knows that as well as anybody. He was an Olympic fighter. He's beaten the best in the country and some of the best in the world in the Olympics. So he knows that it's more than just being physical. And right now, if I'm Estrada, I'm looking to go to the body because I know Hirsch has been hurt. He's going to use his legs. So I'm going to look to take some air out of those tires.
And he better not let him get some air, because if he lets him rest, Hirsch is very athletic. An ex-football player, and they're always capable of coming back.
You know, the promoter for Hirsch, Joseph Steve, he said, and this is a quote from him, he said that he knows Estrada will foul his fighter. He knows that, and he warned the referee about it. If you heard the referee in the corner as they were getting ready to come out, he went over to Estrada's corner. He said, keep it clean. Now, Estrada's doing nothing dirty, but he gets a rap for being dirty because he throws wide punches. And sometimes, and a moment ago, you saw an example of that. Sometimes they're going to land behind the head a little bit, and that is a foul. That's a rapid punch. And that's what Hirsch's people were talking about, and that's what the referee is keeping an eye on. I don't think, again, Estrada's not a dirty guy, but you know, he's a little wild, as we talked about. He's a little rambunctious, and sometimes those punches get a little out of control, and they go to targets that they shouldn't go to.
And then Tony Hirsch goes a little too low. It's a combination of both.
Well, right now, it was a combination of the left hand for Hirsch not coming back, and the right hand of Estrada scoring.
You got him in the back.
You know, we're here with all the Marines here. Hirsch has to be feeling right now that he's got a pop gun and this guy's got a bazooka. I mean, he just has to feel that, like, he must be tempted to turn to some of the Marines and say, hey, throw me some heavier artillery. I could use it.
And right now he's
I want to keep this load off of me.
Yeah, and Estrada looks like a machine gun. He's just going at it.
Break it, let him go. Let him go and break it. Let him go and break it. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
You see Estrada, give him credit. He's trying to calm himself down a little bit, trying to box a little bit, and maybe trying to get some rounds, which he's going to need to advance in his career.
And watch the back of the head. Just watch the back of the head.
And why don't we take a listen to who Estrada would dedicate this fight to?
This fight goes out to all the Marines, all the Army and our Air Force that are right now protecting our country, the greatest country that is around right now and always will be. This fight goes out to you guys. You guys are doing a great job for serving our country and doing the job that you guys are doing. It's so awesome. The fight goes out to you guys. Thank you very much.
You know, Claudia, he's not only an undefeated fighter, but that kid is a real gentleman. He's a real good kid. I saw him today at lunch. Very respectful kid, and he just said those heartfelt words to our Marines, and he's saying it also having experienced that in his mind. I know he wants to also say, it goes out to my father, because his father died of heart and kidney problems before his second fight in the Olympics. The one thing that Estrada was very grateful for was that his father lived long enough to see him fight his first fight in the Olympics. So he goes out there and he throws everything out there to the Marines, but at the same time, you know he's thinking about his dad.
Of course. We should also remind people that his father was against him becoming a fighter, and yet he supported him 100%.
Fathers have a habit of doing that.
Oh, nice. Finally landed something, Tony Hirsch. Didn't do much damage.
Well, right now, Hirsch is doing all he can. He's using those legs to survive a little bit and trying to pot shot, trying to sniper attack a little bit.
He's lunging into his punches.
Look, I'm not so sure Hirsch knows what to do, and sometimes that happens, but I know he knows what not to do. He doesn't want to stand in one place too long, and he doesn't want to stay on the inside, and that's what he's doing, using those legs to try to keep the bigger guy off balance.
And to stay out of the way, because a flurry from Estrada would create some damage, and he already felt that. There's the right hand I talked about in the first round, and that's what Hirsch's best shot is, that straight right hand, every once in a while down the pipe inside a wide shot from Estrada. You know, you want to create offense if you're Hirsch, but sometimes a guy like Estrada creates your offensive opportunities for you by opening the door with a wide punch. And that's what Hirsch is looking to take advantage of right now. And use his legs again. So there's the right hand. Good job by Hirsch. Give him credit. Surviving on the inside, grabbing a little bit, using his legs to keep the bigger Estrada off balance, and pot shotting a little bit. Good round for Hirsch. This might be the first round that Estrada has lost in his pro career. Because up to this point, he has not lost a round yet. And perhaps Estrada is just slowing down because he needs to go. This would be the longest fight he's ever had, 6 rounds.
Exactly. If he, not only that, but if he gets out of this round, this will be the first time Estrada has ever been past the 3rd round. Hirsch has been 6 rounds 2 times.